That's a pretty picture.
Yeah. And you got 3 characters. He's got 3 characters. That looks good. That looks good. All right, we're going to close this. We're going to move over to this. Let's see. Now, you know what? We're going to have to turn Chris's audio down quite a bit. Let me see where he's at. Here. Turn camera 1. Mic 1 is not activated.
Okay.
We have mic 1 on. Just got to shut that off. It's that button on there. Check, 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 check. Howdy, 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 howdy. This is a check, 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 check. Chris, let me hear you.
Testing, testing.
So trying to find a balance between those two. Check, 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 check. This is the volume. Check, check, check. This is me blathering. Check, check, check. Okay, Chris, go ahead.
Check, check, check. Check.
One more.
Check, check.
Okay, we're gonna call that good.
Okay.
Okay.
What else do we need to get done, Dave? What'd you say? Pass out cards. Chris, you are starting. Hey, everybody, we are just getting started here. Getting to see a little bit of the setup because it takes a little bit of time to get this stuff set up, I tell you. Betsy, you have your mics on, don't you?
Yep.
And everything over there. Okay. Chris, we are starting with the cards. The coppers or the task force 2, the vigilantes, are starting off as the director. So here we go. Your cards are I'm all right. Boy, you couldn't have asked for tastier candy right there. Card number 2 is Sucker Punch. Card number 3 is Trip Up. Oh, Dave wanted all those. Dave wanted at least that I'm all right and Trip Up. Okay, Dave, let's see what you get. Just Reward. Okay. Unseen Peril. And a Trip Up. Well, well. Well, well, well. A first turn Trip Up, I think I see. A first turn Trip Up coming. This is, let's see. Where are we at? 10 o'clock? We're at 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Barely made it under the wire here. Everybody, how is our audio sounding this morning?
They said loud and clear.
Okay. Whoa, what happened there? Oh, hey, ho, ha.
Hey now.
Hey, let's see who we have on here today.
We have a Vern Jeske, Marty Devine, Edward Hooper.
Edward Hooper. Keep going, baby.
Oh, we have a Daft Fully. We got a Phil. We have a
Phil. So I saw your message, and yes, I want to get you scheduled for another game. It will be several weeks because it'll be after the Vice Alley campaign is concluded. So thank you so much for volunteering and putting your hat in the ring again. I definitely want to get you into another game. But it may be a month or so down the road. I honestly, I don't know exactly how long the Vice Alley campaign is going to go, but right now we got to let them play this. Who else is on here? William Schmidt-Matson?
And a Nay.
Nay is on here to see. Nay is one of our Vice Alley players. So she is...
Gotta scope out the competition.
Yeah, find out how it goes. If... this is the Vice Alley book that we're playing. Now, of course, this was originally designed back in like in the 1840s or something, if I remember right. Or November of 2014 is what the official historians claim.
Well, it's not for us to argue.
Yeah, it's not for us to decide. You know, the historians have to decide that sort of thing. So now this is the original first edition campaign. So there are a few things. If you get this book, there will be a few things, you know, like it'll reference extreme perils and I don't know stuff. But I would say like 95% or more is still compatible with second edition rule books. There's no reason not to go ahead and pick this up. We will eventually make a new by Sally book, but at the speed we go, which is, by the way, the speed of smell, it could be years in the making.
No, I just want to
A
say
massive epic.
funky
years-
smells go pretty fast.
Years in the making. Oh, you and your funky smells.
Your funky smells, bro.
Well. This is week 4. This is week
Wow.
4, right? This is week 4.
I think so.
And according to the Vice Alley campaign, Dave got to roll for the scenario. He had a couple choices and went with the dangerous delivery scenario. So for this scenario, what he's attempting to do is what he's trying to do is stop the vigilantes from getting across the table with loot. He's trying to hijack them and steal their loot. So the way the scenario works is that the director gets to decide whether or not they want to be carrying the loot or be the blockers. And Chris is starting off as the director, so he decided he wanted to try to carry the loot. So he's actually starting off right now carrying the major plot point and 2 minor plot points. So he has a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know they muffled the accountant of the Spectre.
Uh-huh.
The little black book.
Yep.
I want that black book.
Yep, exactly. So they're carrying some important information across the table, and Anastasia and her brother, which we will adoringly refer to as Musclehead or Meathead, whichever one.
No,
you know.
musclehead's much. Meathead's a little rude.
Well, so Meathead. I think we'll just go with Meathead then. Dorsey and his group of vigilantes are trying to get across the table. Meathead and Anastasia are trying to stop them. Now, any plot points that are still on the table at the end of the scenario automatically count for the defender. That includes any plot point that was not carried off the table.
Mhm.
So if Captain Dorsey gets entangled with Meathead over there and fights him until the end of the scenario and is still holding the major plot point, guess who gets credit for that? The defenders get
Meathead.
credit. Meathead gets credit for that because he held Dorsey on the table. And any plot point that is still on the table, any plot point that was not moved off the table, becomes the property of the defender. So all they got to do is try to hold them from getting away. Boys and girls, right now, if you haven't already, please take a moment and hit that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber,
You ought to be.
you ought to be. Get subscribed to our silly little channel. And then...
bell.
That's right. Click the bell so you get a notification when we upload a new video. If you have questions today, Bessie will be manning the con. She will be at Command Central running the show for us today, so she will not actually appear very often on the camera. But I have 2 special guests today. I have my neighbor from far off exotic Hackberry Street. Mr.
Woohoo!
Meisner has come.
Oh.
Now, Dave, Meathead
Yay.
met his sweetheart in the first scenario. Meathead met his longtime obsession, Red Queen, in the first scenario, and he was done. He was mesmerized. He quite literally spent most of the game just drooling and was completely ineffective in that scenario. Now, can he redeem himself? He got a good talking to by his sister Anastasia in Russian, of course. And so now hopefully she could get some action out of him. He's got to prove himself now to his sister. So you're on the blocking side over there, and the defenders are over here. Let's go ahead and get this started.
Yeah, let's
A
do
big
it.
howdy to everybody.
Who
A
else
big
is
howdy.
Who else is playing?
What? Oh, Chris Girardi is playing.
Yeah.
Chris Girardi is playing. Let me see if I can find his happy smiling face up here somewhere. I bet he's up here somewhere if I could find it. Is it here? Is it this one? There he is. Okay, switch me to a camera there, Bessie.
Yay!
Switch me to a camera.
What do you want?
Switch
4?
me, I guess. You tell me. Are we on?
I don't know. How do I click it
Oh
again?
my!
Oh, it's on the wrong thing. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I
There
got
we-
it.
There we go. All right, there he is.
Don't
there
worry,
He is.
I got it.
Okay, she got it. All right, there we are.
Yay!
There we are. There's cameras. Look. It was
Oh.
a behind the scenes view. Look. What's that up there? A Zeppelin. Let's get that Zeppelin down and play a scenario with it. And there's Bessie at Command Central, running the show. Pew 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 pew. All right, let's get it going. Chris, you are starting off as the director. Go ahead and give me 4 again. Okay. Over here is where you are located, around Oldfield Tires. Around Oldfield Tires over here. And I need to switch that view. I don't want to look at that. Let me see what I got going here. There we go. There we go. That's a lot of better. So you have Captain Dorsey, and now that you can actually see it kind of close up, I'll show everybody and kind of talk about it and let Chris decide a little bit about what he wants to do here. So Captain Dorsey is here in the center in his dapper gray suit, as he always wears. We have Sergeant Lutz over here behind the black sedan, and we have a kid. This is a friendly local, just some kid that has decided to tag along. I'll make the sedan invisible for a moment. So there's the kid. And then on the other side of the street over here, we have Sergeant Bulldog O'Malley right here. Sergeant Bulldog O'Malley is sitting here. And then we
Yay.
have the squad. Is that what we were calling him? I don't remember. Anyway, that is a gang of five officers there. All right, Chris, you are starting off as the director. Who would you like to activate first? Do you want to activate, or do you want Dave to activate?
I would like Dave to activate.
I think that is an absolutely brilliant play. Yeah. You want to see, right? You want to see what Dave is going to do here. So, very, very smart move there on turn 1. Dave, what are you going to do? Oh, he's thinking. I can smell it. I can smell the thinking. So while Dave thinks, I'm going to blather. Dave, you continue thinking.
She's moving.
Okay. Wait. He's going to activate his leader. Chris, would you like to play any cards?
Not this time.
Okay. The leader activates. What's the leader going to do? She's just moving about 3 inches, and then she's going to open fire. No. She's holding back. Now that's interesting. Okay, Chris, you want him to go again?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and activate again, Dave. For those of you playing along at home, we are going to be using the 10th anniversary reward card. So when somebody draws a reward, which they won't in this scenario. Oh yeah. I think all the reward cards are drawn after this scenario. So never mind. Okay, he's activating Meathead. Would you like to play a card?
No.
Okay, Meathead. Continue. Meathead is running up to the tree. That's good enough. Yeah, we know what he's doing. He's
Look at that truck.
well, I think he might be peeing on it, but we'll see. And then do you want Dave to activate again?
Yep.
Okay, you may activate again. Now remember, Dave, there's not much reason to pick those plot points up, because you automatically get them if they're still on the table at the end of the scenario. So, you could defend them. I'm not saying that there's no reason to pick them up. If you want to pick one up, then that's okay, because then I think you're still allowed to pick them up. I could be wrong. Right, because that makes it where somebody else couldn't pick it up, right? Because he could run by there and try and grab it.
more importantly, the director.
You become the director, and you gain, a possible scenario bonus. All right. So what's the last fella gonna do? Running.
Yeah.
Okay. He can take off running. Do you want to play a card when he activates his little fella?
No, that's good.
Okay. All right. Little fella, go ahead and activate. Okay. Little fella activates and runs over to the bushes over there. All right. So he has run up to the bush. All right. So I think that is everybody activated and gone. So this is a 6-turn scenario. Boys and girls, I want to remind you that this is the scenario out of the basic scenario book. This is Dangerous Delivery, page, for those of you that want to follow along, page 81 out of the basic rule book. Don't pass up the basic scenarios when you're wanting to learn to play. If you want to teach somebody new, no better scenario than to start off with scenario number 1 and then kind of play through them. These can be reskinned to just about any setting or whatever you want to do with them. Let's see. So breaking through. All right. Dave has finished his activations, and now we're switching over to Chris Girardi. He's ready to make his move and start running for the border. Start running for Fletcher's Field. What are you going to do? Who's activating?
I'm going to move the gang first.
Okay, gang activates.
Oh.
Dave, do you want to play a card?
Oh, yeah, I will.
You're going to play a card on the gang. Unseen Peril he plays on the gang. An unseen peril. Well, he's hoping for a big one here. He's hoping for a big one and one that doesn't have might on it, and that's fairly big. It's 2 successes with finesse or cunning. They cannot pass that and will simply lose 2 models. They cannot roll 2 successes there. They cannot roll 2 successes there. They do not have a card that will help them. And simply 2 models is removed. Blip, blip. I think that truck just like ran over them. Blip, blip. Now, I think Chris will try to get those characters back, those models back. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Gangs have their own strengths and advantages, so you kind of got to watch out for that. Now,
Yep.
Chris, they can continue. Oh, they failed the peril, so they will not move. They will stay exactly where they are, trying to attend to their injured compadres.
Okay.
Who's going to activate next, Chris?
O'Malley.
O'Malley. Bulldog O'Malley. Bulldog O'Malley activates. David Meisner, do you want to play a card? No, he's shaking his head at me. You could run all the way to the taxi. You could not make it to the cabbage cart.
Yeah,
Do you
just
want to
run him as far as he can go and still be in some kind of cover.
Okay, that will be the taxi.
Yeah.
So I'm going to measure this out for you. I think I got it where you can kind of see now. So
Yeah.
it's going to put you basically at the driver's door of the taxi here. Blip, and you're over here.
He took en route by the fire hydrant.
Yep. Yeah, he went right by this fire hydrant, gave it a good sniff, and then moved on. Okay. Okay. Chris, who's going to activate next?
Dempsey is going to run up behind the taxi as well.
Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Dorsey is activating. This is his leader. You do have a card to play. You have a trip up. Okay. All right. He wants you to get up here. I tell you what, this is a really interesting scenario. The last, and it seems kind of silly to say, but I that doesn't stop me from saying things anyway. The last couple turns can be really, really important about who the director is. because in that last couple turns, you have the potential of basically doing a double move. It could represent the sprint, that last second sprint for safety. If you control the initiative, you could basically get a 12-inch move on one turn, and then on the next turn, if you still have control of the initiative, you got another 12-inch move, and you're off the table. So pretty good move. Now, so watch out for that trick, boys and girls. Watch out for that trick as they try to battle for the initiative and who's going to be the director. I assume Lutz is going to go next. He could make it to the taxi.
I'm gonna have him go a different direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna have him go up.
I can't quite make it to the cabbage cart. I could make it to the gray sedan over here.
Yeah, how
Gray
far can he
sedan.
go up that direction?
Okay. So a full 12-inch run will get him like on the other side of the sedan. And so he's over in this way. Now, does he want to shoot from there? He's got a shot at Meathead.
And just I watched the first game, but I don't remember. Does Meathead have a shoot?
I don't think
ability?
he can. No, I don't think he can shoot at all. I think he's pretty much. Are we on 2, sweetheart?
No shooting for him.
Yeah, we're on 2.
Yeah. He's got no shooting at all. So no reason not to riddle him with lead.
Sure, give it a shot.
Okay. So you ran. Lutz would normally have 4 die 10. Sorry, 4 die 8. 4 die 8. And then since he ran, he's going to be down to 3 die 8. And here is the shooting. And just for the record, Meathead is dodging. You got a 7. See if you can dodge that 7, mister. You do not. You'll need to roll a 1 dice health check. This is a duo league, boys and girls. And he passed it. All right. So that was that. So he did take a pow, and then he shakes it off. What's the kid gonna do? Does he want to run up? Bullets bounce off of him. The kid just stick with Lutz.
Yeah.
Okay. So the kid has a hero worship. He wants to grow up to be Lutz, and he runs off and hunkers down behind the sedan. Lutz is trying to shoo him off. Kid, get away. This ain't playtime. All right. And that's all the characters. That's going to end turn number 1. That's where we're sitting at, boys and girls. Turn number 1 is over. How about that? This is going to get a lot hotter. So get ready. This is the opening.
No recoveries.
No recoveries. Pull a bullet.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris.
Can I play my I'm all right on the gang, or does that not work on gangs?
It is a recovery check, and yes, you can use your I'm all right to recover. And the reason he can do that, I guess we better check the range. Isn't there a range? A friendly gang within 12 inches. Oh dear. Did we move too far? Let's double check.
They didn't move at all.
Right. Yeah, but Dorsey moved. Dorsey moved. Dorsey ran 12 inches or almost 12 inches. So he is still in range. The ability here that he's using, boys and girls, is his rally ability. So Dorsey is a commander. He takes care of his men. So he's going to use his rally. They get a recovery check. And instead of rolling it, he's going to just simply use his I'm all right. And they're going to return a miniature to that league.
The rally gives them a recovery check.
The rally gives them a recovery check. That is correct.
Now I pull the bullet.
Yep, pull the bullet. Thank you for helping to remember that. I apologize for not remembering. So you better, let's see what he draws here. Let's see what he draws. Here's your card, Chris. Out of ammo. Well. He's getting some good cards. He is getting some good cards. Here is for Dave.
Uncanny.
Dave's adding an uncanny. Well, that could be good. Could be good. Not super, but now here we go. Here we go, Chris. You've got control of the initiative here. Are you going to go? Or are you going to make Dave go? I'm going to try and get you a picture here. So here are your 4 characters.
Right.
I'm showing you your 4 characters here are, of course, the kid and Lutz are over here behind this sedan.
Sure.
And then you have Bulldog O'Malley and Dorsey over here behind the taxi. Now, behind this tree, you see the tree. You can actually see it on camera there. There's like this
Right.
Bigfoot lurking in the trees there, some sort of horrible monster lurking in the trees. Lutz is claiming, he says, I know I got it, but it didn't go down. He shot it and the bullet bounced off. So, Chris, are you going to activate first now, or are you going to make Dave activate?
I'm going to make Dave activate.
Okay, Dave, let's see what you're going to do.
Anastasia.
Anastasia is going to activate. Would you like to play a card, Chris?
Yeah, play the out of ammo.
Out of ammo.
Unlucky devil.
Oh, never mind. So we'll just try to remember that, Chris. Unfortunately, you cannot play cards when she activates, so I'll try to avoid asking that going forward.
Okay.
Says when they activate.
Yeah, right. Yeah, which was the trigger that we were on, which is when she activates, he has the opportunity to play a card. So doesn't mean you can't play any cards during her activation. Just those cards that basically say, like this one here, it says when an enemy activates. So if the card says that, then it cannot be played on a lucky devil.
Okay.
So what is she going to do? Is she going to spend her time picking up plot points? Or is she going to try and shoot somebody down? She wants to pick up her plot point. Okay. So here is your peril. Peril. Your peril is a 1 with might. Thank you, dear heart. 1 with might. Switching cameras on you anyway.
Okay.
1 with might. What do you got for me, Dave? What do you got for me? You can roll it right there in the box, I guess. 1 with might or finesse. So she's rolling her finesse. Okay, let's see it. All right, easy peasy. So here is your plot point. A free pass, boys and girls. A free pass, and it is passed. So that will make you the director. That will make you the director. That's a pretty important thing to have in this game, especially as the baddies or the runners get closer to the edge. That can be pretty big. So we might as well give you a bonus. So here we go. Here's the bonuses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go ahead and pick one of them, Dave.
Yeah, pick the middle one.
Okay. Who wants that experience card?
Plus 1 to my brawler might.
Okay. It's a discard. Okay. Now, are you going to make Mr. Chris activate?
Can you pass me the mouse?
Look at Bessie's heading into Bessie has abandoned Command Central and is moving into the fray so she can change the cameras. What do you think you're going to do here, mister? Do you make him go? Let's see. Meathead is actually within range to rush somebody. I would have to say at this moment, the Pooch is the nearest target. I don't know if you want the Pooch. Also, Knucklehead over here is within range of the Pooch. But watch out. Bulldog O'Malley is nothing to be messed with.
Yeah,
He doesn't even bark. All he is all bite. All right. Here we go, Chris. This could be quick here. This could be quick. What are you going to do, Chris? You need to activate a character. We're going to move the gang first, or what do you want to pull here?
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have a hard time catching up. But yeah, go ahead and move the gang up.
Okay. So a 12-inch move for them is basically going to put them at the back of the taxi on a run.
Okay.
So on a 12-inch run, they could still shoot once they got up there.
Okay.
They would normally get 2 dice. You get a -1 for your run. That's going to put you down to 1 dice. But they are quite the shooters. They have the marksman ability, and that would add another dice in there. So they could throw 2 dice at Meathead, who's lurking by the trees, still watering the flowers.
That's a long.
Well,
It's a long weed.
I don't think you need to talk about what he has long. And now we are ready to do this. So I'm going to put this out here. So it kind of stays in the vicinity, Dave. Here we go.
You first.
Oh, me first. So I got 2 dice coming at the Flower Man. Flower Man, try and dodge a 4 and a 5. Let's see it. A 6. You're going to have to roll that 1 dice health check. Is he going to steal? It's a D10. He gets to roll a D10.
Cover?
We don't need to know about cover yet because we don't know if you've even been hurt. So, instead, what we need to know is bounced off his bulletproof boobs. Okay.
Those come in handy.
Bulletproof boobs. I've always been a big fan of bulletproof boobs. All right. They are done. Dave Meisner, you're going to ask him to activate again? All right. Chris Girardi, who's moving next?
Send O'Malley up. Can he reach the expendable guy? Dave's expendable guy?
Sure. You know, as I look at this, I would say that your nearer target is the gardener. So I
Okay,
think
then-
right now, if O'Malley was going to rush at this moment, it is Bigfoot in the bushes.
Okay. Well, let's not rush then. Let's
Okay.
just move him 12 inches further down the street.
Okay. Further down the street, maybe staying behind the cars.
Sure.
Like down to here. Okay. So I'm going to put you down there.
I've got to keep in mind that I've got to get all the way across the board too. So I don't want to go way out.
Well, I'm going to tell you from where you're at right now, where I placed you, you have to touch that blue tape, and you could do it on your next move. So Bulldog O'Malley could be gone next turn.
Okay. That's good then. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see the ending line, so I wasn't sure exactly where I was going.
Yeah. And that's a good point. I'm going to come around here and switch cameras for me, Bessie. So you are removed from play by touching the blue tape. So here is the thin blue tape.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the blue tape that if you touch my blue tape, you can exit the table. And right now, Bulldog is lurking right over here. You see where he's at?
Yeah.
That's I'd say that's about a full 12-inch move, but I bet you he'd make it off the table.
Okay.
Right there.
All right, cool.
Difficult.
Oh, yes. I apologize. The hedges are difficult.
Okay,
So maybe you
no
could
problem.
maybe you could scooch through that opening. And I want to verify because this is important because O'Malley is carrying a plot point. O'Malley is carrying a plot point. So we don't want to. This is when measuring actually matters. So you're going to need that full 12-inch run to get off the table.
But I have to pass a peril.
If I move you through the gap, you will not make it off the table.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
if you take the time to take the short route, I'm going to move that tree, make sure you guys can see what I'm talking about. If you make the direct line, 12-inch move gets you off the table.
Gotcha. But I'd have to
Um,
pass a peril.
yeah, but you'll have to pass a peril. If you
Okay.
go through the gap, you will end up right with your nose up against the blue tape, but that will not
Okay.
get you off the table.
Gotcha. And I had another quick question. I
Yep.
did read the scenario, but can any of my people that already are carrying a plot point, can they pick up another plot point?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna move my or I guess Dave. It's up
Oh,
to him.
you want him
I'm
to
the
go again?
director.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna go.
Oh, Dave is doing the switcheroo here.
All right.
Dave's doing the switcheroo. Who's going to activate?
Oh, activating comrade.
Oh, well. Playing it risky here. All right. What are you going to do with this fella? What's he going to do?
Move 6 inches. Come over here and shoot the.
Oh, he's moving to the front of that coupe over there. He's going to move to the front of that coupe and oh, pardon me. Shoot at Bulldog O'Malley. I never thought I'd live to see the day that Dave
What a dirty
Meisner
guy.
would be shooting at the pooches.
What a
All
dirty
right.
guy.
Wonder about a fella.
We know that. I guess I should have asked. Where were you located? You were over here, weren't you?
I'm not gonna play a card. It's okay.
Okay. All right. All right. You know, and it's so important in these moments right here, boys and girls, to put that option out there. You know, when it really matters, take the time and simply, you know, when you activate a character, say, do you want to play a card? Give your opponent that choice. And if they choose not to, then you can go ahead and activate. That's far better than moving over there and then them going, oh, now I'm going to play out of ammo on you, or now I'm going to play trip up on you, right? After you've already activated and moved. But if you give them the opportunity, if you say, I'm going to activate this character, do you want to play a card? Give them that chance. And then you don't have that go back stuff, which, you know, which you do have to go back if you do not give them an adequate amount of time. And that's up to y'all to decide that, right? It's always easiest just to say, do you want to play a card? All right, let's see how this goes. Shooter, I don't see this going too bad for Bulldog O'Malley. He's quite the dodging machine.
Yeah, he is.
All right, let's see what well, he's going to have to stop a 5 and a 6. A 5 and a 6 is coming at him, and he's going to have to get a dodge of 3 die 8. All right, Bessie, you ready?
It can be.
We got Bessie on over here, so we're going to put her to work and make her roll some dice.
I wasn't prepared.
I know you weren't prepared.
Give me some elbow room, please,
Come on,
sir.
just roll the dice, lady.
6 and
A
5.
5 and a 6 will stop the 5 and the 6, and there is no damage. All right. Now, Dave, Mr. Meisner, so-called, what is Anastasia and the Musclehead going to do? I don't think Musclehead's rushing anybody. No, there. That's pretty close. I guess if Musclehead rushed, he'd have to pretty equal shot there against the gang or Dorsey. I don't know. Hard to say here. Hard to say. What's Meathead gonna do, or are you gonna make him go? This is a really cool play
That's
right
all I
here.
got. It's Meathead. Right. She already activated.
She already activated. She grabbed the initiative. All you have left is Meathead. You are correct. So I think you'll have a choice.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
these
that-
two are both about an equal distance if you wanted to rush.
So I'll activate.
Okay, he is activating Meathead. Mr. Girardi, do you have a
May I
card that
play?
you'd like to play?
Yeah, may I play my trip up on him?
Okay, you have been tripped up, sir.
Okay.
You have been tripped up. All right. No move for you. Over 3 inches. You can still move 3
Yeah,
inches.
he's caught in these tree branches.
You could move 3 inches, possibly get up to a hedge. I don't know if you want to advance or just hide behind the trees. Is that what you want to do?
He's good where
He's good where he's at.
You can't see him like that.
He's still, I think he's still over there watering the plants. I tell you what.
That's excessive.
Well,
You might need to
it's-
see a doctor. I'm
I
not
think
sure,
I think
but
he needs to see a doctor.
maybe a
I think
urologist.
a urologist could be in order. You know, he had a lot of experimentation done on him in the Soviet Union before they escaped from the Soviet Union. So there's no telling what kind of tinkering they did in the pipes.
That's a little cruel.
Well,
Mess with the man's pipes.
you don't want to mess with a man's pipes. So he is activated and he has nothing to do. He's going to stand there sniffing the flowers. Now,
He just watered them. I don't think he should
well,
sniff
I think
them.
he is now. I think he's checking to
He
see.
really shouldn't sniff them.
Yeah,
after he
now
watered.
he's sniffing them. All right, Mr. Girardi, you're the only player left that has anything to activate. Let's activate something here. Who's next? You still have 3 characters.
Yeah, go ahead and move Dorsey along the same line as O'Malley.
Okay, so a 12-inch run towards O'Malley. Put you right behind O'Malley.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
all right. Do you want to play a card?
No.
Okay. He says no, and here he goes. So give me a camera. And you are behind O'Malley. All right. Now, when you get over there, you could gun down that thug. There's no reason why you couldn't run and
Yeah.
gun.
I think I will.
Okay. So, man, if you could get the initiative here, it would be huge. So the running is going to make up for the short range, and that's still going to leave you with 2 die 10 to shoot with. I don't see anything else. That out of ammo was played, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, no, because I played it, but I couldn't because I didn't know she had
Oh,
to-
yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're exactly right. So you still have it. Okay. I thought it was played. You're right. And then I thought I forgot to remove it, but then that wasn't the thing I forgot. I forgot a different thing that I forgot. So you have 2 die 10 of shoots in here.
Yeah.
I don't see any other cards to play. So here we go. 2 die 10 of shoots in.
He's shooting at the comrade.
Yeah. A 2 and a 3 is a
Oh
nothing.
my God.
You have some shooting back. I should have asked him what he was doing, but I assume he was shooting. And a 4. So Dorsey's the one that's going to have to roll the health check. Now, that's something that's really cool about Pulp Alley there. Shootouts are dangerous things. It's not just dangerous for the person that's being the other guy. If you go up and try to engage someone in a shootout, blam, 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 and they're returning fire, blam, 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 either character could get hurt in that exchange. Sometimes it's going to be you. Here's his health check.
I have a real quick
Yay.
question.
Go ahead.
The first guy, his guy shot at O'Malley.
I wrote tomato.
Did he lose the dice for multiple combats?
He did not lose the dice. We're not going to go back. You're exactly right. He rolled too many dice, so that was cheating. There's also cheating because
Was it-
Dorsey is disarming, so that means that his character should have rolled a cunning check before he even shot at him. Wow, he's disarming. Lower level enemies must roll a finesse check, or they can only dodge.
That just goes for shooting.
Goes for everything when they're
Fight.
involved in a fight with him.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, Meathead could be in trouble again. But you know, that would still keep him on the table, even if you were dodging at him potentially. Oh, that's rough. Okay, so Dorsey,
Well, he had disarming too.
he has disarming as well. So whenever you're fighting him, it's basically exactly the same as Red Queen.
Ugh.
Oh, what is it,
man.
Dave? What is it? What?
Oh,
What are the chances? Seriously, what are the chances that you would have another
I
disarming
think you was
character?
scheming on
I
that.
did not. I did not. I can tell you very honestly that he created this deck, this league himself, had no input for me. I just verified that it was okay.
So we're gonna go back and redo that because that
No,
might be a
absolutely
big-
no reason to redo it because the end result it will be the same. He passed his health check, so it doesn't
What could
matter.
happen? So no,
Yeah.
no,
I know, but he could have got the
no harm,
initiative,
no
right?
foul.
No, neither character could be injured. The result,
wait,
the
he
play
got nothing,
stands.
that's right.
Right,
Okay,
the play
all right.
stands.
Nothing happened. No
All
harm,
right.
no
Yeah.
foul.
All right. You still have a couple characters left to activate. You have the shooting machine, Sergeant Lutz, and the Kid Fantastic. So, what are they going to do?
I'm going to move the kid up first. I think there's a sedan right next to that black sedan over there.
Yeah, the black sedan. You want to run over there?
Yeah, put him. Obviously, I want him closer to Anastasia than Lutz.
Okay.
As
All right.
a
So we'll put
human
him.
shield.
We could maybe even declare that they're not even, in line of sight. I mean, do you want to be poking out and looking at her, or do you want to be?
Not necessarily. I just want to
Okay.
get off the board. I don't want to kill her
Okay. So
necessarily.
I'm going to leave him back a little bit and kind of suggest that he's not exposing himself to her. And then Lutz will basically do the same thing except be
Yeah.
behind the kid now. So the kid
Right.
has raced forward. Do you see that? The kid races forward. He says, I know which way to go. Go this way, Lutz. And takes off running. And Lutz, of course, is chasing after him. No, you crazy kid. Stay back here. And Lutz chases after him. So from there, Lutz would have line of sight on the meathead. He doesn't have line of sight to Anastasia, but he still has line of sight on the meathead. Do you want to
All right.
pop off some shooting here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should have given you the option to play some cards there. Was there any? Not going back? Did you? No, he's not playing anything. Okay. So from there, meathead is an easy target. Let's see here. And we're going to say that he's got Lutz ran. He is not in short range, so we are going to lose a dice there. Lutz is down to 3 die 8, and here we go. A 6 and a 4. Let's see if you can dodge that, Musclehead. 6 and a 4 is what you need to show. Meathead stops the 4, does not stop the 6, and he's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Ooh, this is big. And he is not injured.
Those boobs,
Lutz
man.
is saying there's no way he could be taking. I know I hit him. I know I got him.
Those damn boobs.
Those boobs of steel.
38 just ain't gonna cut it.
Oh. That ends the turn. All of the characters have activated. Let's see if Dorsey is within 12 inches of his gang. And he is within 12 inches of his gang. So they can roll a recovery check. Is that the only recovery check that we have? Switch me.
Should be.
Cameras, please.
Should be.
He's back.
Yay.
Look at that.
Yay.
A full mob.
That's a
That's
handle
the
thing.
power of rally. Now,
That's pretty handy.
that gang could have been gone already if a 3 had been drawn earlier, but yeah, they have held on, and they're back to full strength now. All right, we are starting a new turn. Are there any other things to do
Draw
here?
cards.
I think we're to drawing cards.
Who's-
Mr. Meisner is the director.
You got some buy some time.
Buy some time. That's interesting.
Stay down.
Stay down is the card that you drew, Chris. Stay down. I want to remind everybody that Chris Girardi gained 2 resources during his first scenario. So he had a contacts point and a gear point. So he used those during setup today before the scenario started to buy a level 1 friendly local. So that's who the kid is. So he used that point. And then he also, we forgot about the hiding thing, but I guess that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
He did pass his roll for the shop, so he could have had one of his characters start in hiding. Irrelevant though, with the speed that he's moving, it wouldn't have lasted more than 1 turn. But that's still kind of cool. In some scenarios, that's going to be cool. He used his gear point to buy a utility collar for Bulldog O'Malley. So Bulldog O'Malley is wearing his utility collar today. That's the mascot for Task Force 2. An official member right there has his utility collar. All right. Here we go.
Who's going first?
I don't know. Dave, it's Dave's choice. And Dorsey is within range of getting off the table. I shouldn't say it that way. Bulldog is now not in range of getting off the table. That blocker, if Dorsey shoots that guy down, that would clear Bulldog's route. Or he could just take off moving both of his characters 12 inches towards the edge and just say, catch me if you can. I don't know. Let's see what he does. But Mr. Meisner gets to decide here. What is he going to do?
I'm going to activate.
He's going to activate first.
Anastasia.
Going to activate Anastasia. Now, this is pretty important here, so I want to double check and make sure at this point in the game, we got to be careful. All right. So we know that Mr. Girardi cannot play cards when Anastasia activates. So I'll skip over that. Anastasia, what are you going to do?
I'm going to run over here.
Run over there. Interesting.
Use it for cover.
Okay.
Shoot
at the gang.
At the coppers. So.
At the gang. How interesting. I'm going to say that's a legal play. And the reason is I was just double checking to make sure if anybody was closer. And you're exactly right. You can't see them. So she's just hanging out in the middle. For some reason, she's got a beef with these coppers. All right. Some reason. I think, they don't even have a plot point.
It's the uniform.
Okay. All right. She can't stand the uniforms. She can't stand a man in uniform. All right. So she's throwing a big old fistful of dice. I guess they're going to shoot back, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have like 4 dice 6 coming back at her. They are not to be messed with. Here we go. 3 successes. 9, 9, 7. All right, Mr. Girardi. Here we go. A4.
Take them all.
Okay, he says take them all. And so the gang is going to suffer 3 hits. Now they're going to get a recovery check here. This is a big, not a recovery check, a cover save. So if I pass this, yeah, they're going to lose 2 guys. If I fail it, they're going to be reduced. They're going to lose 3 guys, and that will make them no longer combat effective, and they will be removed from the table. Boy, this is a big cover save.
Yep.
That's why I'm going to have Bessie roll it. Blip. Bessie, show us that roll. Will they stay in play?
Yeah, they will.
Yes, they stay in play. So 2 are removed. They'll be back.
Thank you, Betsy.
And Anastasia will have to roll one as well. And she is not injured either. Boy, Dave, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Are you going to continue activating, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm activating.
All right. You got it.
Matthew.
Okay. Matthias is activating, affectionately known as Bigfoot or Meathead or Creeping Funk. So, Mr. Girardi, I don't think you have any cards to play, so we'll
Nope.
continue on past that. And who are you rushing? You want to go after Lutz? Okay, we're going to call that legal. I think that's his nearest target, and he's going to go leaping over that truck. Leaping over. He has been unleashed. He didn't like getting shot at.
Nobody likes to be shot in the boobs.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. All right, here we go, boys and girls. The fight is on. Lutz is going to be throwing a big old fistful of dice, or he could dodge here. Lutz ain't much of a dodger. I assume you want to shoot back, but you tell me,
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think you want to do here?
Yeah, go ahead and shoot.
Okay, so you have a shoot skill of 4d8. Charging right at him, you're going to gain an extra dice. So that's going to get 5d8. 5d8 of beatdown coming. A 7 and a 4. All right, here is I'll take the cup, please. Thank you. 7 and a 4. 5 successes.
Woo-hoo!
2 8s, a 5, and a 4. Holy cow. Lutz had his number. How do you play that, Dave? Do you just say take them all and let the dice sort it out?
Block 2.
Gonna block 2. Okay, he wants to just hold you on the table. So gonna block 2 of your dice. He's gonna have to roll a 3 dice health check. Whoo, I think he's gonna lose control of the directorship here. Let's see what happens. Pass? No. No, that 3 is gonna cost him. And Meathead takes a pow to his popo. Finally, Lutz has identified his weak spot, and it is the popo.
Stop.
So that will make Mr. Chris Girardi the director. Chris, for the record, Dave has one character that he has not activated, and that is the fella lurking over here by the car. So
Okay, go ahead, Dave.
he wants you to activate your last character.
Okay, I'll shoot the pooch again.
Shoot the pooch. He's gonna shoot the pooch. All right, let's see it. How many dice you got? 3? Is it 3 or 4? 2? 2 dice 6. He's got a dodge of 3d8. He's got a brawl of 5d8. He was trying to decide if he wanted to brawl with you there. He looked at those teeth and decided to go ahead and try to shoot. So a dodge of 3d8.
I get a dice for short range.
Okay. 6 and a 4. So got to dodge a 6 and a 4. Dodged the 4, did not dodge the 6, and he will take a pow. So here is his roll. Failed. He's in cover. Passed. All right. The power of cover, boys and girls. All right. Let's see. That's all of Mr. Meisner's characters.
I want to
big right here, Dave. This is big. Chris Girardi, what are you gonna do?
Do I play? Can I play a stay down on him on his guy, or do I do that at the end of the turn?
You could do it now. Yeah, you can do it now.
Okay.
I
Right,
should have asked you about that. So stay down on big stuff.
Yeah.
So he will not get a recovery. Stay down on big stuff.
Mr. Big Stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mr. Girardi, who's activating?
Let's go. Move the gang is kind of pissed off at Anastasia, so move them up toward her.
Okay. Let's see. So a 6-inch move, like down the sidewalk, would get them behind the bush, and they could shoot from there. Or what are
Honestly,
your
I
thoughts?
want to interfere with her ability to get to Dorsey and O'Malley.
Okay. So we could run all the way up to her. I mean, we could
Okay.
just take off running and order her
Dodge.
to put down her weapon.
Yeah.
Just get as close as we can. What about that bench? We could run up behind that bench. Here, give me a better camera.
Yep.
I don't need
Puts her
that
right
out
to the
there.
bench.
Yeah. Put them over there by the bench.
Okay.
And from there, they are just about 3 inches from her.
Yeah. That'll work. And they'll just stand still, or they'll just stop.
So they will not shoot. They're just gonna.
Yeah.
They're ordering her to lay down her arms.
Exactly.
Put down your weapon. All right. Please continue. Who's going to activate next?
All right. Take O'Malley on an end run around. You know, I don't want him going into contact with that guy.
The dog.
The dog.
Yeah.
The dog is going to get as close to the blue tape as you can.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Do you want to do a peril?
Yeah, because he'll pass it. I'll use my utility collar.
Okay. Okay. Just going to come up a little bit short. So he's got to jump up on the car, run around this way, leap over the fence. It's going to leave you about an inch from here. The peril occurs right here at the hedge.
What's the utility belt?
Utility collar.
Hold on. I think it just automatically passes it.
Yeah, exactly.
Once during this scenario, you may pass one peril instead of rolling. So he is just 1 inch from the edge right there. All right. The dog is on its way, and Chris has control of the initiative. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Chris.
Dorsey's gonna more or less do the same thing.
You have a card to play?
Is that the leader there?
Uh-huh. Okay. So he's got to play trip up on you. So you got a 3-inch move.
Okay.
Basically going to get you to the other side of the car.
That's fine.
And you want to gun down the bad guy when you do it?
Yeah, let me go ahead and shoot him.
We'll keep you up against the car. That's still going to leave you, I think, within 12 inches of the edge. Let's see. So gun down the baddie. It's going to give you 2, 3, 2 die 10 plus an extra for short range. So he's got. What did you ask? Disarming. Mm-hmm. That's a finesse check. So you'll have a 1 die 6
against him.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a pose check or is it just I just got to get it?
You just got to pass it. You just got to get us 4 or better. You can roll it. Okay. You may choose whatever dice you want to choose for the fight, or whatever skill you want to choose for the fight. Dorsey is going to be rolling 3 die 10. Is that correct, Dorsey?
Yeah.
For the Schutzen?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's going for dodge. What's your dodge skill?
D6. I got D6 either way.
Okay.
I'm out of block.
You got short range.
Oh, I'll shoot that.
Okay. So here is the.
I'll go ahead. I'll play my out of ammo.
I apologize. You got to play that during the character's activation. You can't play it during your own activation.
That's
fine.
Here's
the shooting. 3 9s. Look at that. 3 9s. If you turn that
or
one.
2 9s and a 6,
No,
depending
look,
on
look,
which,
it's 3 9s right there.
which direction.
One of the
you
9s
flip
happens
it.
to have a line on top of it. I don't know why they printed it that way. I don't know why they printed that one. For some reason, they got the little line at the wrong side. 2 successes, a 4 and a 5. So, Mr. Girardi, how dangerous do you want to play this? Both of you are in cover.
Have him take 2 and I'll take 1.
Have him take 2. So he's going to use 1 to block. So Dorsey will be rolling a 1 dice health check. Passed
Got
it. And Thug will roll a 2 dice health check. Cover. He's re-rolling for his cover. And passed. Very good, Dave. Very good. All right. You still have some more characters to play with.
We got.
You have the kid and you have Lutz. What are they going to do?
Have the kid.
Okay, kid activates.
Yeah.
What's the kid? So the kid could can't shoot it at Musclehead because he's brawling. Could go in there brawling. Kid Fantastic could prove his mettle here and leap on the Musclehead and put a pow into him.
Well, if he could survive the fight, he'll help. Go ahead and just have him rush Musclehead.
Yep, you got a sucker punch. So
Yeah.
Kid Fantastic moves into the fray. All right, here we go. Kid Fantastic. He's got to stay down on him. If you could get another pow on him, that could do some damage. So Kid Fantastic is rolling 2 dice 6. Musclehead, what are you going to do?
Well, wait, with the sucker punch, wouldn't that make him 3 dice 6?
Sure. Yeah, let's add another one in there. Sorry. There you go. That'll get you up to 3. 3 dice 6. All right, Meathead. Brawling back. Okay. Remember, you've already been in a fight. Okay. All right. Big talk. Let's see you stop Kid Fantastic. I don't think you got what it takes. Kid Fantastic lands 2 savage blows. Pow, pow, into the popo.
Uh-oh.
Now they know. Now they know what to aim for. All right. So, Chris, you could use your 2 dice to block 2 of Dave's dice. Dave rolled 4 successes. How many?
Right.
How many? Do you just say take them all and try and get another injury on the Meathead here? How do you play it? You want to mitigate some of the damage or just take it all?
I really want him to last at least 1 more round, but go ahead and take them all, I guess.
He says, take them all. The kid can do it. I'm telling you right now. Don't underestimate the kid. So Muscle Head is going to have to roll a 2 dice health check, and the kid is the active character. I'm going to roll for the active character first. He's going to have to roll a 4 dice health check. Watch this, boys and girls. Watch the roll. Bam! And that's what you call the kid is removed from play. Beep. Bye, kid. Kid was level 1, so level 1 characters, if they fail a health check, they're simply removed from the table. Now, Musclehead. Let's see it, Muscle. Let's see it.
If you haven't already.
If you haven't already, please take a moment right now and click that like button for us. If you're not a subscriber, you ought to be. Get subscribed to our silly little channel. And click that bell so you get a notification. Let's find out what the dice is. Double 7s! Oh my goodness! Musclehead. He did not have the aim to get to the popo. All right, which is a medical term. I'm not sure.
It's not medically.
It's a
it's
medical
not medically
term.
accurate.
The popo
Like
bones
David
connected
Director.
to the what was it? What was that, Dave?
See the director?
Oh.
He's in there too.
Oh, he became the director. There's only one character on the play that has not activated. That is Sergeant Lutz. And Sergeant Lutz is now going to have to activate. So I'm going to flip the utility belt over to try and remember that Bulldog O'Malley has used his collar, his utility collar. When Sergeant Lutz activates, he'll have to declare first here, Dave. Don't get he's getting so excited. I tell you what, he's excited to just put some pounding
He's
down.
excitable.
Lutz, you could dodge with 2 die 6, or you could brawl with 1 die 6.
Oh,
Well, that's a pretty easy decision. I'll go with dodge.
Okay, 2 die 6 dodge. Well, all right, Meathead. Meathead has muscles of steel. He also has moxie, so he ignores all the penalties, and he's always going to just roll his maximum dice. And he gets 4 successes, 2 6s, a 5, and another 6. You got 3 6s, but on this one they put the line at the wrong side again. Look at that. You see that? You see that 6 there? For some reason they put the line at the top. I don't know why they do that on some of the 6s. So 2 6s, 3 6s, and a 5. Okay, let's see if he can dodge those. He could stop 2 of them. Let's see if it does it. Stops 1. So although he rolled 2 successes, boys and girls, I want to make sure you understand this. Although he rolled 2 successes, he only rolled 1 that is usable, and that's to knock out that 5. The other 5 is useless because it can't handle the other 3 6s. All right, so Lutz is going to have to roll a 3 dice health check. Lutz has 3 die 8. Let's see if he can pass it.
Come on.
And he does.
He does.
He
Woo!
passes his health check and is uninjured. All right, that ends the turn. And now we are to recovery checks. All right, we're going to push the sedan back a smidge just so during the fight, Musclehead pushed the sedan out of the way to get to Lutz. That's what happened there. Also, then I don't have to precariously perch him upon the sedan's hood. That is the turn right there.
Recovery checks?
Recovery checks. Poor Musclehead gets no recovery check, but
Can they do a rally?
the rally is up. Yes, indeed. They can rally. 1 dice check here. Can they get one of their models back? What a good commander Dorsey is, looking out for his men. You know, that's the cost there, right? The cost is that Chris committed one of his leader's abilities to actually helping the other characters around him. So that's pretty cool. Not only did he do that, Dorsey has, not only does he have rally, but he also has inspiring. So he's not really a great fighter, but his men definitely look up to him. Here's the roll for the rally, or they don't. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't so much. Not the clobbering that they're taking from this stuff. So nobody returns yet, but they could possibly return next turn. So that's going to end the turn. Pull that bullet. We're starting turn number 4, and I tell you what, Dorsey is within range of getting the major plot point off the table. Dave, draw your card.
I get to stay well.
Stay well. For those of you, so this is the one card in the entire deck that is a special promo card. So we frequently include these in packages and stuff like that. This is a promotional card. Otherwise, I want to remind everybody that we use the normal fortune deck, the normal starter deck. We don't use any of the extra cards. And the reason we do that is because the players at home, we don't want to tell them exactly what cards they have to have in their deck and things like that. And it's also to remind you that you don't have to add all the extra cards in. Now, they do add an awful lot of fun, but there's nothing wrong with starting off and playing with the normal starter deck. So stay well. That's awesome.
And disarm.
Disarmed is the card you drew, Mr. Girardi. Disarmed. When an enemy takes one or more hits, the effect is that's when you can play it. When an enemy takes one or more hits, the effect is that the enemy cannot shoot or place a burst for the remainder of the turn. Whew. Meisner is in a very, very precarious spot here. I'll tell you what, and I guess we need to measure it. We need to measure it and find out if Dorsey is in range to actually make it off the table this turn. So if we shoot this gap, 12-inch run, 12-inch run gets him to my blue tape and will take him off the table. So the major plot point right now is in range of getting off the table. The pooch, obviously, is in range of getting off the table as well. Look at that. So this turn, Chris could easily have two of the two plot points off the table. And those are big ones. Those are big ones. If he gets that combination off the table, that means he's going to secure 4 victory points, and that will give him the game. So can Meisner put together a plan here with what he's got on the table to stop it from happening? What do you think, Dave?
Well.
If Thuddamunkus, Look and see what I have here. So you could create a 2-person barrier. If you put a couple characters kind of standing in front of him, that would force him to take a roundabout route. And that would stop him from reaching the edge of the table. But you'd have to place Anastasia and Bumpkin basically, spread out like this here to block him. And that would force Dorsey to take a roundabout, which would stop him from reaching the edge, potentially.
Yeah, that's too many turns left.
Well, but otherwise he's gone this turn. You're either the longer you hold him on the table. If Anastasia could actually get him into combat, then maybe you could hold him on the table. If Bunkus rushes him right now, Bunkus could potentially hold him, but you know what? Dorsey could pummel him into the ground, steal the initiative, and then just run off the table too. So you have to be cautious here of losing the initiative, because if you say go, if you say Chris activate a character, Dorsey could just be gone. He moves off the table and he's gone. You either have to delay him or you let him go. You just say, okay, go.
Okay, go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
It's going to be awfully hard for Lutz right now to make
Yeah.
it off the table. I
That
mean,
one's gonna be
potentially
tricky.
even Lutz could get off the table. He's going to have an awfully hard time with Musclehead.
Yep, for sure.
This is worth thinking about, boys. This is worth thinking about here, and this is what makes Pulp Alley to me a fun game, because it does offer you these choices. So many games take away the player's choices. Most games, right? You just roll for initiative right here. Okay, well, let's see who gets to go, and whoever rolls high. Okay, well, I'll move my guy off the table. It's not really a choice. Or you pull a bean out of a table, or you flip a card. But this is a choice that the player has to make. And that's something that it's not by accident that Pulp Alley is like that, gives
It's not?
so many choices. That's the way it was crafted. We want the player to decide.
Oh, crafted.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Dave.
I don't have a lot of choices. Anastasia, the only thing she could do, if she could rush him, she could tie him up. He
Potentially.
can't tie him up because you'll just get whipped and
Mhm.
that'll be into that.
Mhm.
She can't rush him because got closer targets.
Mhm.
So what I'm
I
gonna
mean,
do,
just the blocking maneuver. But okay, what were you thinking?
I think he's just gonna get off the table.
Okay, all right.
We're
So
gonna move him 6 inches.
okay,
around
let me
here.
double check the cards. Okay, Chris, you do have an out of ammo. This would be one of the very few characters that you could play an out of ammo on. There's no reason to play it on Musclehead. You can't play it on Anastasia. Do you want to play an out of ammo when he activates the thug?
Sure.
Okay, no reason not to. Just sitting there the whole game. So no ammo for you. Cannot shoot during this activation. It's important, boys and girls, that you remember it says during this activation. If an opportunity that he's involved in a shootout later, then he could do that. So put yourself back where you started. So you started here.
Yeah.
So now you have your activation. That's when the out of ammo is played, is when you activate the character, not after you move. So now that may affect your decision a little bit more.
Yeah. Can't shoot the dog down.
Mm-mm.
And just wounded it ain't gonna do any good. It just left off the table.
Correct. Correct.
I needed both persons to be able to shoot the dog.
Yep.
Can't do that.
Yep.
So
Block him.
so both
Don't
people have to
rush
be in
him
the gap.
Hmm?
Or I can block just one.
Can't block him with just one because that'll give him enough end around. If you position him here and here, then that forces him to basically move too far around both sides to make it off. And you need just about a 2-inch gap between them, and that prevents him from moving between them.
So basically I gotta
It's just a delaying tactic is all it is. You know, he's still going to end up on the edge of the table next turn, but maybe you can prevent him. Maybe
Yeah,
you don't
that-
know what's going to come up. I don't know. I don't know, Dave. I'm not saying that you have much of a shot at stopping him. I'm just either try to delay him and see what cards could possibly come up.
I'm gonna go over here, take the plot point.
Okay. All right. Well, you remember you're going to get credit for the plot point anyway, right?
Oh, I know that.
Okay. All right. You are the director also. So he's going to try to draw some cards here. Here's his peril. So give me a camera, sweetheart.
One with finesse.
Something people can see what's happening. I guess we'll roll it right here. One with finesse. Easy peasy. So you made it past the peril. The plot point is one with cunning.
I'm gonna play by some time.
Okay. Buy some time to draw 2 cards.
Hopefully I'll get something.
We'll see.
I got a lucky break
Lucky break
and focus.
and a focus.
Okay, now the plot point.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh no, I already drew it. Let's see. It was a one with cunning. One with cunning. What you got? What you got, Dave?
I'll play it. Give me extra one cunning.
Okay. Got an extra dice in cunning using his focus. What kind of cunning does she have? You have some D10s out here. I don't know what.
I'm gonna get 3 and get one for
Okay.
the card.
Okay, you got the one you needed, so it's done. and the plot point is completed. You want to play your lucky break? He's playing lucky break to draw 2 more cards. Go ahead, buddy.
Bad news.
Bad news.
And disarm.
Disarmed. Okay. All right. So at that point,
So I'm disarmed, and what was the other one?
Bad news.
bad news.
Okay.
Okay.
And the reward.
Yep. Yep. Draw a reward. You can draw it.
Experience.
There you go. Pulled that out of there. So he got the experience card out of there. So although he's probably not going to win this one, I guess we'll just have to see what Mr. Girardi decides to do. Probably not going to end up winning this one, but we'll see. Dave, you leapt across the flowers, you picked up the plot point, and now you are still the director. Are you going to activate, or are you going to have Chris activate?
I'm going to activate.
Okay. Where's he going? Oh, I'm sorry. We should have finished his activation to begin with, because he was the one that the out of ammo was played
I'm
on.
sorry.
Yeah,
Just
no,
stand
I
in
forgot
the
to.
gap.
Just stand in the gap.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's going to force him.
To take
That's
apparel.
right. That's going to force him to take apparel. Smart move there. Smart move thou. So the thug is trying to stop Dorsey. Look at that, by blocking the gap. So now if Dorsey wants to make that run, he's going to have to take apparel. Interesting
Okay,
play.
that's all my guys.
It's not all your guys. You still have one character that has not activated, but you do not have to activate him. And smart move is to not activate him and to make the opponent start activating. All right. So, Mr. Girardi, what are you going to do? So, Meathead has not activated officially. Mr.
Right.
Girardi, what are you going to do here? Let's see. So you got Mr. Lutz tied up with Meathead. Over here, you could just go ahead and move the pooch off the table, or, so I don't know what you want to do, but you also have the coppers over here.
Yeah.
Staring down Anastasia. And then you have Dorsey. So what do you think you want to do?
Just move the dog
camera.
off.
Okay.
Move
The
the
dog
dog
is
off.
removed from the table. So there's an automatic one victory point that is collected. Yep. So we'll go ahead and draw a reward card, and it'll give you +1 tips for the next game, but it is moved off the table. Okay. Let's see, who's next? We got Dorsey. We got the cops.
It's
We got
still
Lutz.
still Dave's turn, or he's still the director.
You want him to activate?
I don't have him.
Yeah. He wants you to activate.
Okay. All right. Dorsey's gonna make his move.
Okay. Let's see what we can get. Is he going to try to leap over the hedges?
Yeah.
Or if Dave ever wanted to see a big 3 peril here, this is when it happens. Flip it. A 1 with your choice. 1 with might, finesse, or cunning. So let's see what door. Oh, he's got 3 die 10.
Yeah, I'll do finesse. That's fine.
Okay.
Since I'm jumping bushes.
There you go. It's a finesse thing. He wants to make sure he doesn't get his now.
His
No.
popo hooked on a hedge.
Well, you ask it, Dave. So there's no way you could fail this roll. This is a roll that cannot be failed.
Why do you say that?
So, I mean, I'm rolling 3 die 10. All I have to do is get one of them above a. Or should we have Bessie roll? Should we have Bessie roll this? Oh, maybe. Because, Bessie, do you want to roll it?
I can if it's requested of me.
Mr. Girardi, you decide, sir. Do you want Bessie to roll for you?
Sure.
Okay. All right. There's no way she could fail this, though.
I am going to kick you in the
There's
shins.
no way. How could anybody fail a roll like this with 3 die 10? Oh, here we go.
Got it.
Oh, she got the one success that she needed.
I had bad juju
One
coming at me
success that
from
she
every
needed.
angle.
So he leaps the hedge like a gazelle,
And off the table he goes.
and he is. And you want to go ahead and just move off the table?
Yeah.
And you got it. You are off the table, sir.
Woo.
So that's another 3 victory points. That was the major plot point. Go ahead and draw me another blue card. So
And
the,
+1 contacts.
okay, so you got your contact point back that you spent.
Yep.
So you got that. Now you have the squad, and you have Lutz to activate. And Mr. Meisner wants you to activate again.
Okay. Go ahead and do Lutz.
Okay.
He's gonna
So,
just try to dodge out.
there you go. Smart move, I think. Smart move. It's a tough situation to be in because Meathead has control of the initiative, so he can certainly just follow up. But trying to get away from Meathead so you can run off the table here. He's only got 2 dice 6 in dodge. Meathead, what are you doing?
I'm gonna bash him.
Okay, well you say you are, but let's see what the dice say happens. Okay, 4 successes, a 10, a 9. Here, see if you turn it around that way, it's a 9, and a 4. So you can dodge one of those. You can dodge one, and you did. The
Nice.
6 won't both of them work, but you will have to roll a 3 dice health check. The 3 dice health check is if I can stop dropping the dice on the floor. Failed, and Lutz takes a pow.
Aww.
Socks him in the kisser and bloodies.
Can you do the bad news?
It doesn't do it. It won't change what happened, Dave.
Oh.
All it does is it adds a hit. I would have done that before the health check roll.
Right.
Remember that. I apologize for moving so quickly. I should have given you an opportunity to play cards. So he has activated all of his. No, the cops, the squad has not activated. What do they want to do? Are they going to go help? Try and go help Lutz? Do they take their vengeance on the wimpy guy? They just. What do they want to do? What's the squad going to do? They just hang out at the park bench?
No.
They run over to the cannon, start getting it loaded?
Let's yeah, I guess they'll go and try to help Lutz.
Okay. So
They can't.
they can, you're right. They cannot help him this turn, but they could run 12 inches that way. Just see where 12 inches gets them. They can't touch Muscle Head. Okay. So they'll just run that way, and they'll be about 1 inch away from Muscle Head. Or 2. We'll keep their back against the hedge just in case something happens there and they need some help. So they take off running. They could still shoot if they wanted to shoot at Anastasia.
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right, yeah, just costume. And that, no, Muscle's Head still has an activation. Saved his activation. That's why you save your activations like that, boys and girls. So then you have that opportunity. So Musclehead is attacking again. I guess Lutz is now down to. Tell me what you want to do. Are you going to dodge again?
He's
Lutz?
gonna, yeah, he's gonna
All
try
right,
to
this is
dodge.
the one that really matters. If he could get away here, and he will not get away.
Damn.
The hits are too high. It's 2 8s and a 7. He's going to add some bad news on there as well and make you roll a 4 dice health check. And this is on D6s. Checking your cards. I don't have.
Dave must have brought his lucky dice today, I think.
Well, he kept them in his pocket until the end. So Should have got him out a little bit sooner. Failed it.
Oh,
And
most.
Lutz is laying in the street with a bloodied nose.
Recovery checks.
Yep, recovery checks.
I'm playing stay well.
Is recovery listed on that? I don't-
Health. Before you roll health, reliability, or heart check.
Okay. So yeah, it's not on there. So that's one of the big differences between stay well and I'm all right. They don't actually work on exactly the same thing. So you're gonna roll it. You can use one of your own dice, Mr.
Health
Man.
check, right?
It's
Six.
not a health check. It's just a D6. Yeah, it's a recovery check. Stays injured. Are you indomitable? No. Okay. All right. He doesn't need indomitable.
Are you gonna roll for Lutz?
Yep. I'm gonna roll for Lutz. Let's see if Lutz can get him up. Lutz is
No.
removed from play. And boys and girls,
Thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it.
He was
yeah,
given a
yeah,
plot
yeah.
point.
And that means, well, the plot point would have been dropped already.
Right.
Plot point would have been dropped as soon as he went down. I just forgot about it. So the plot point's laying there. This could be the end of the scenario. What turn are we starting? Turn 5?
Yeah, this is turn 4.
No, it's
I
turn
just
5.
moved-
Yeah, that we ended turn 4.
I just moved that just now.
Yeah. So we're starting turn 5. We're starting turn 5. I think we could probably just call the scenario here because I don't think anything's going to happen. It's going to change anything. Girardi, you are down to just the squad, and although they could cause some damage, the only way that you're going to change your score is to pick up that loose plot point and carry it off the table, which I think is as close to as impossible as could be.
What?
Yeah.
You only get you have to use this turn to pick it up.
Mm-hmm. And then he wouldn't have
And then
enough range
and
to
then
get
gotta
off.
run off the table.
Yeah.
Aw.
And that's assuming that Musclehead. So, that's assuming that Musclehead
No,
moves
he'll just
away.
he'll let him go.
He just
He's a nice
move out of the
guy.
way for him.
The first thing I want to act if I take Muzzlehead and beat them up. So.
Right. So, do you want to do that just for fun? Want to just see if they can beat him up?
If they lose one person, they're off the table anyway. So
Right.
I don't.
Right. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no.
Okay. So I
it's
think
not
at this point we can actually end the scenario because nothing's going to change the score at this point, and they could still have
Right.
fun clobbering each other and such off that sort of thing. But it's not going to change the score because all of the remaining plot points, even though that plot point is just lying on the table, it will count as Mr. Meisner's plot point because it did not move off the table. So he will automatically get credit for it. And that's it. That's the end of the game. That's the end of the game right there. All right. Dave, come on over here. Mr. Girardi, we still have a couple. Boys and girls, don't bail on us yet because we have more fun. So Girardi spent 2 of his resources at the start of this scenario. He moved off, so he lost 2 things. He lost his he spent his contact, but then he gained 1 back for the point that he moved off the table. So that's a wash. He also gained he also used a gear, but he replaced it with a tips. All right. Not only that, he already had a shop, and he's going to gain 2 more territories. So not only does he gain 1 for winning this scenario, his influence is going to go up by another 4 points. He was already at He was already at 4, so that's going to put him up to a total of 8. And that means he's going to now, he's no longer an unknown vigilante. Now he is a menace to society. So now he's being reported in the newspapers, on the radio programs about a new vigilante group in King City operating in Vice
Yay.
Alley. And they are a menace to society.
Do we have a secret word this week? I know that's slightly off topic, but we're gonna do one. Or
Should we do one?
Up to you, my man.
We'll do one. We'll do one. Let's do it right now. Secret word for this week is bulldog. One word. BULLDOG. Bulldog. One word. Bulldog O'Malley.
So come back and put it in the comments once the video uploads, and
Yep.
you can be entered to win something.
So, Chris, when you have the option to select a scenario, the gangbusters scenario is now available to you. So that is one of the scenarios that you could choose to play. So that opens it up about. You also gain a accomplice, and what that is a free associate. So you're going to need to pick out. You're going to need to pick out an associate for your league now. An associate.
Okay.
So an associate starts with 2 different abilities. Associates are characters that work behind the scenes. They don't necessarily, I shouldn't have even said character because that's a very specific term in Pulp Alley. They are personalities that work behind the scenes to help your leagues occasionally, but they're not always helpful. Now, you already have a shop. You're going to get 1 new ability because you won the scenario. A 2, that means you got another shop.
Okay.
Not the best territories there to get.
And just only get one for going up.
Yep, and 1 for going up. Wow. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You got another shop.
Seriously.
You got 3 shops now. It's not my fault. Honestly, it's not my fault.
You had a
At least
D12
I'll-
and you rolled 2
Hey,
twos.
it got the
At least I'll be
monopoly
dressed
on
in
all the
it.
jewelry.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So shop owners are very friendly with Task Force 2. So
They like the dog.
yeah. So that's it. Right now you're at 8 influence. You're also at 8 reputation. So at 10 reputation, that is when you start getting your first bonus. Am I right on that? You don't get 1 at 5, do you? It's at 10, right? Yeah, 10. At 10 reputation, so you're still 2 points away from getting your first reputation bonus. Task Force 2, very, very
What's
cool.
that?
What did he say?
What were you saying with 10 points?
Reputation. At 10 points, you get your first reputation bonus.
No, 30.
What? No, you're...
Right.
No.
Right one to
No, you're in the secret societies, sir.
No.
We're not going secret societies here. We're just at reputation.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
First one's at 10. So that's all for Task Force 2. Now, for the enforcers is what Mr. Meisner's group is known as. They are finally on the board. Yay!
Yay!
How many points did you come out of this with, Dave?
3.
3 in influence.
And I got +1 experience.
Oh, +1 XP. That's the candy.
+1 backup.
+1 backup.
And +1 gear.
+1 gear. Okay. So you got to see some of the effects of, and you're not going to get a territory yet. You're not going to get a location yet. So that major plot point, it was all about getting that major plot point off. That was the key. And when Dorsey was able to get off the table, that kind of shifted the score pretty huge.
Mhm.
You know, very interesting scenario. Very interesting. I think Dave and Chris both have played this scenario before and have a good idea about, you know, what they want to try to do in it. So that's pretty awesome. Bessie, I don't have my glasses on. Can you see who's playing next week?
Let's see. I think it's Christy and no, I lie. It's Nay and David Meisner again.
Nay and David Meisner. Okay. So
Twen-
next
21st?
week is going to be David Meisner and Nay. David Meisner and Nay. So the enforcers. Oh, it's the rematch. This is the rematch between Red Queen and Musclehead.
I get to choose the scenario.
You will get, well, you'll get to roll. Maybe Nay will get, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you reminded me for that. So you're going to get to roll on the campaign scenario table. Dave, roll that D12. Try not to roll a 2. Maybe that's the only number that's on that dice.
Is it weighted?
It might be weighted. I'm not saying. A 4. 4 would be either death trap or dangerous delivery. Maybe we want to do something else.
What's death trap?
Death trap is where one leader is positioned in one corner of the table, surrounded by the other lead.
Yeah.
And then the rest of that one leader's league has to set up on the other side of the table. So, and you don't know who's going to be who the death trap is going to be until you roll for initiative and find out who the director is. And then the director gets to decide whether or not they want to be the character that's being surrounded or if they want to be the character that's doing the surrounding. So maybe we ought to just do an executive order here and just pick a different scenario. Let's see. Race Against Time, Trail of Clues we did. Race Against Time, Gang War, or Raid. Let's do that instead. So I want you to pick either Gang War or Raid. And then that way we'll do a scenario that we haven't done before. And if you want to take time to decide, look at those two scenarios. Dave's going to take time and look at those two scenarios, Gang War or the Raid. Raid is kind of interesting, but I think it's a winner-take-all scenario. I think it's either one side's going to get all the plot points or they're going to get nothing, if I remember right. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, Gang War or Raid. You want me to write it down?
Yeah.
So
Well, this was a lot of fun.
pick between Gang War. And I don't remember what Gang War is. That could be the one where you stand in the middle and have to hold the center of the table. All right. Well, let me know before next week, brother, so I can get the table set up for whatever we're going to play. Boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Join us every day. We're going to release some sort of silly video every day. Hopefully, they're actually informative about terrain and miniatures and just gaming in general. We do a live video on Thursday evenings. Get subscribed to our little channel so you get a notification when we upload new videos. I guess that's it. We're going to see you next time. We do a video every day at 10 o'clock. A new video is posted every day at 10 o'clock or some other time sometimes. Just little, a lot of them are relatively short videos. Play us out of here, Bessie. Dave.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted.
Thank you, Chris. That was a fun game.
It was, Dave. Good job.